Oh, yeah, thank you for that. I really, really didn't need that at all. I finally realized what this video is going to be. This video is going to be things 2020 taught me about myself. Or, well, that's a boring title. Let's do, I feel personally victimized by 2020. And I'm going to tell you why. 2020 has forced me to learn things about myself that I was not ready to learn, that I was not trying, and that I had no interest in learning yet. That's what my 20s are for, not my teen years. But I guess I didn't really have a choice in the matter. So let's get into what 2020 has taught me about myself. I don't know where to start. I think the first lesson that 2020 taught me is that life is unpredictable. And that was before the whole COVID-19 thing happened. It was back in January when a certain death took place. I don't want to say it because I don't want to say that. I just want to say that it taught me that life is very, very short. Oh, it can be. Life can be short. I'll say that. Because some people, they be living a little too long, if you know what I mean. But 2020 taught me that. Because at first, I can't even say this, but like, when you're like someone like me who doesn't really count the days, who don't really care for it, that's all they seem like. They just seem like days, and it's just like, oh, a day goes by, and then another day goes by. It doesn't feel like time is passing. It just feels like a I don't know. It just feels like you're on cruise mode all the time. Back in January of this year, I was quickly humbled and stopped in my cruising, and I was forced to realize that life is very short. Um, and that's just for anybody. I'm gonna do a video about life after death, or like that's a topic that I have a lot to say about. So I'll do a video on that one. But before we dive into that, let's get back into the lessons. This year, a lot of people passed from different reasons. A lot of different things happened, but no matter if it was, from old age or from, accidents or from sickness or illnesses, it all hurts the same. And a lot of us, when we hear like news that someone has passed, or like a celebrity, or just even someone who we're not close to, someone we don't really know that much about, we just know of, say if it was in a different country or something, we hear about a tragic accident that happened, and then we're kind of just like, oh, dang. And then the famous line, my heart goes out to blah blah blah, or my heart goes out blah blah blah, I'm sending prayers for blah blah blah. And then it's like everything just goes back to normal, like it never happened. And 2020 definitely humbled us all, because not only did it bring those faraway problems to our doorstep, it hit us, and it forced us to realize that we are all connected. We're all connected in the way that one person's actions affects other people, and it's not just like, oh, I do my part, so I'm good as long as I do my part. It's, I have to do my part, you have to do your part, they have to do their part. Everyone has to work together in order to do this. In order to keep this world spinning, we're gonna have to work together. I feel like just as a teenager and having freedom of thought, and definitely the time to think ever since COVID came in and kind of paused everything, it made me realize a lot about the world, about people in my life, family, neighbors, friends, just people in general, how they function, how they operate, why they function, why they operate, what gets them through the day, what they can't live without, why they feel the need to go to Costco and buy everything on the shelves. Yeah, it all makes sense. Actually, no, I'm still a little bit lost on the last one. I don't know why they felt the need to do that. That's what 2020 taught me about. That's what January of 2020 taught me. I really could go through all the months, but some things I just don't remember about this year. Like everything kind of feels like a blur because so much happened. I didn't have time to dwell on one thing for too long because then another thing popped up. 2020 taught me that life can be very random, like surprisingly random. Like, why did that happen? Like, a lot of stuff doesn't make sense, but at the same time, it does.
What?
I don't think I've ever experienced a school like shut down like it did this year. I don't think I've ever seen schools anywhere like actually closed down like they did this year. I think the last time I've seen schools even closed down like this was Harvey, and that was if you don't know what Harvey is, it was a flood that affected Houston and just a lot of us down south. But I remember it specifically affected Texas like horribly. That was back in 2017. That was the last time I even remember schools even considered closing down for an extended amount of time. But this year, school is just about to start for me. We've been out of school since May, and we're just about to go back. Like, yeah, that's crazy, right? And the thing is, normally this would be like an event worth celebrating, but like everything was closed down. So even though we got more time off of school, we can't really do anything. But let's talk about what 2020 has taught me about my relationships with other people. They're gonna drag me for this. 2020 has taught me that my relationships with people are solely based on how I interact with people and if I choose to interact with people. They say that the phone is a two-way street, but in 2020, if you're in any type of relationship, friendship, but they are not living under the same roof as you, and if you don't reach out to them, not everybody that you know is a friend. I'm gonna make a video addressing that because I got a lot of stuff I want to. We're gonna have that conversation. They're gonna drag me for this. Let's talk about how in a global pandemic, my peers still found time to have drama. Ah, the ghetto! People are dying, and y'all out here stirring up mess, being messy? In a pandemic? There's so much more that I want to say that I'm not in a place to where I can say it yet, but just know that 2020 has been a year of humbling, a year of recognition, a year of change, a year of improvement. But 2020 assured me that there's always a way. When there is a will, there's a way. And as long as we always have that will to change, there will be change. And I approve this message, and I am running for president in 2024. Okay, let's talk about moving into 2021. I am going in 2021 with no expectations. I'm gonna stop limiting myself, and I'm gonna stop telling myself that I can't do it or that I'm not good enough, because I am, and I can, and I will. Moving forward from now, I want to take these lessons that I've learned in 2020, that I've learned about myself, about the world, about the way everything works and the way everything is. I want to take these lessons, apply them to my life, and know that they have meaning, that they have power, and that I didn't go through this for nothing. I'm learning. I just encourage everyone to live each day like it's their last, and that's so cliche. Like, everyone says that. That's like the one quote on every coffee mug. So go for what you want. Don't be afraid. Don't be discouraged. And at the end of the day, if all else fails, just know there's so much you can do. Always. Even when you feel powerless, even when you feel like you're not being heard, there is so much you can do. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you didn't, leave a dislike. It helps me anyway. Comment your thoughts. Comment your opinions. Comment things that you learned in 2020. Comment things that you were forced to learn in 2020. Comment things that you wish you would have known before 2020. Comment the things that you wish you didn't know. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching if you got to this point. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified every time I post. What else do you do? I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not. We're gonna be in denial for a little bit, y'all, but I'm not a YouTuber. Who writing this script? Alright, bye. It's AJ Unfiltered for a reason. We're gonna say what needs to be said, and that's just gonna be that.